Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's reading. I hope you're all doing really well. And as many of you know, if you've been tuned into my readings for a while, this is going to be one of the collective readings. So I am just going to be leaving things open-ended, and we're going to be channeling whatever wants to come through the reading video. So I'm going to start by shuffling the energy oracle cards. If you are new, then thank you for being here today. Thank you for sharing your light and your energy with this space. Keep in mind, I do these collective readings every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on those times and days, I have an extended version of the readings as well. So you can always access the extended either through Patreon if you're already a member, or on YouTube memberships. So if at any point during the reading you are feeling like something is connecting and you want to go deeper into the messages with the extended, then those links are always available to you under the video. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's reading. I have to say right away, I've felt this massive shift in the energy. It kind of felt like this exponential up leveling. I'm sure you can hear it in my voice as well. I'm really curious if some of you have gone through this or have experienced this like uptick in energy within the last few days, because I have definitely felt this major shift taking place, and I'm really curious to see what messages we can bring through about that and what the cards might have to say here. So I'm going to start, as I said, with the energy oracle cards. By the way, if you want to tune your energy more strongly into the reading, you can do so by liking the video and subscribing to the channel, which can sometimes help me channel more specifically for you and your situation. And wow, I'm getting chills already in this reading. And whenever that happens, it always indicates to me that a really powerful spiritual energy is coming through. And the first card we have here is Cornucopia, which is my 1111 card. This is my card of manifestation. So what I'm feeling very strongly is that you are in this really powerful energy when it comes to manifesting. Whether you are feeling this or seeing evidence of this yet, if this video has reached you and this is connecting for you so far, I really feel like you have to know, like your guides are trying to get through to you, that some very powerful things are going to be happening in your life. I keep hearing the words like on the brink. And it's interesting, I saw the light flicker slightly as well as I said that. And right as that occurred, I thought to myself, I feel like this represents how your energy is really powerfully affecting environments around you, things around you at this time. I'm hearing everything you touch turns to gold at this time. Everything you put your intention, your energy into is going to succeed. So if you've had any sudden inspired thoughts or ideas recently of things that you want to do or create, I'm feeling a very strong, resounding sort of like green light energy from your guides telling you to go for it, because whatever you're really inspired to and feeling at this time, well, that word feeling seems relevant here. I mean, we've been talking a lot about how when it comes to manifesting in your life at this stage, it's really about allowing your heart chakra to guide you, which of course, the heart chakra is the source of our emotions. It's where all of our emotional processing takes place. So I feel that there's a message here about allowing yourself to follow the feeling. If something is feeling exciting for you, if it's feeling exhilarating, allow yourself to follow out that trail and see where it leads you. Because I'm hearing dots can connect in unexpected ways in this phase of your life as well, where sometimes you might be inspired to do or create something, to go somewhere, to plan some kind of event or activity that doesn't really make sense in the moment. It just feels fun for you, or it feels right or exciting. And then later on, you may actually be able to connect the dots in like these super magical kinds of ways. That's sort of the energy that I'm getting through here. So another message I'm getting, and I picked this up at the beginning of the reading, but it's interesting that the cornucopia card was our first card, and it is so tied in with manifestation, because what I was going to say at the beginning of the reading is something I feel coming through very strongly is that the way in which you are manifesting is very different from the way in which you manifested in the past. Now, this is a collective thread of energy we've been upon for quite a while, and we keep kind of unraveling it more, so to speak. But another layer to this, to kind of add to what we've been talking about on the channel, is I'm hearing you're manifesting through the present moment. Now, let me elaborate. I feel like what this means is it's very powerful right now for you to be fully present with yourself, with your body, with your life, I'm hearing to allow yourself to enjoy the moment, whatever that looks like for you. For some reason, I heard like, let yourself like dance with life. Now, maybe that's literal. Maybe some of you are moving your body or dancing in ways that are like releasing or generating energy that keeps you like present in the moment. Maybe singing is relevant for someone, but I'm also just getting this symbolic kind of message around letting life be this moving, breathing, artistic dance, letting yourself go with the flow of things, experiencing things through the present. Because one thing that I picked up very strongly is our collective specifically for a while had to grow through this phase where we were in a hermit mode, where I'm seeing a library. It's almost like you were gathering knowledge from this library of information, whether that was internal, maybe you were going within yourself into that internal library, exploring yourself internally, exploring worlds of your soul history, your soul purpose, really unraveling, or whether it was more literal, maybe you were reading or consuming a lot of spiritual information or material, or you were maybe actually studying for something. For some of you, you may have been a student, you may have been in some course or training program, whether it was a formal training program or one that was more like self-taught, where you were training yourself into learning about something. But what I'm getting is you've reached the point of the expert, meaning you've done all of the external gathering or even the internal gathering of information, the analyzing, the introspection. And what I'm hearing is there's been this major shift, because no longer are you meant to be growing just through absorbing information. You're meant to be living it. You're meant to be this living, breathing expression. I just keep hearing like you are pure art. You are art in human form. You are magic. You are meant to be expressed. You are meant to be expressive and creative. And what I'm getting is that's actually how most of your growth is happening at this time. It's not happening through the analyzing, through the introspecting, through the thinking, through like the thought forms as much as it's more so happening through the living of your life. And I feel like this is such an exhilarating breath of fresh air for so many of us in this collective, because for so long we were in the cave. Now, I'm getting this doesn't have to be forced. If you're not feeling this wave of energy yet, I feel you might be receiving this video because it's coming for you. It's more so a message of when you begin, I'm almost tearing up, just like happy tears for you, for this collective, for how much you've grown, for how beautiful your life either already is for some of you listening or is about to become, if this is speaking futuristically. But what I'm getting is when you feel that urge within you, that heart chakra pull, that emotional urge to, let's say, go somewhere, to go out, to meet someone, to go with that group of friends, to go on that trip, to go for that job, to build that dream business, when you feel that urge within yourself to pursue that passion, whatever this is, to create that work of art, when you feel that pull, I feel the message is Don't let your mind get in the way at this phase of your journey. Allow yourself to go with that tide, to follow through that feeling and see where it leads. That seems to be like the dominant message coming through this reading. Again, it's not something that's being forced so much as something that's being allowed. I'm hearing you are allowing this new, beautiful, manifestational timeline to unfold, so to speak. I got the letter initials S-O-R and Y, which could be in someone's name, but it's weird because this almost, if it had another R, would spell the word sorry. So I wonder if someone is feeling apologetic towards you. Let's see if that comes up here in the energy. By the way, I would love to hear from you in the comments if you've been feeling any of these shifts lately and you feel a desire to leave a comment to share something with our community here. I would love to hear from you. Okay, so we have Door to Romance in the reverse position. You know what? I saw rose petals, and I'm specifically talking to someone who's felt like their love life has been blocked or closed off or lacking in passion, lacking in romance. I'm hearing if you feel like your life has been lacking in the romance department, get ready because you're going to be, I don't know the best way to describe it, but it's like, I feel very passionate romantic connection coming your way. Whether that's in the form of a current connection in your life being like re-enlivened with passion, with excitement, or whether it's someone new coming in, or if you're in the dating world, this could be multiple new options. But whatever this is, I feel a lot of passion coming in someone's love life, specifically for a person who has been feeling really, really blocked exactly in that department. Like if you've been really focused on yourself, your internal world, this growth process, but feeling like things have been blocked in love, I'm feeling that some really beautiful things are coming your way when it comes to passion and romance. But I'm getting that this is actually flowing from this connection with your own heart. With the heart chakra upright, I'm getting that you've gone through some massive up-leveling in your heart chakra even just recently. I mean, you've always been someone with a very open heart, someone who's very connected to their heart chakra and to the hearts of others, someone who's maybe even considered very emotional by others, but that's just because many people in the world don't understand the gift of being connected to your heart because they themselves have been so disconnected from their own heart. So they may have labeled you as overly sensitive or overly emotional, but really you're just someone who's always been very connected to your heart. And that is such a beautiful thing. But what I'm getting is even for someone like you who already has always been so open-hearted, you've gone through this massive up-leveling recently in the heart chakra where you've been opened to a greater degree. I'm hearing you are going to feel, or maybe you already are feeling this, but if not, know this is coming, where you're going to feel heights of happiness, fulfillment, connection, passion, positive emotion that you never even imagined possible, that you never will have remembered experiencing even when you were a young child. And what's happening here is your heart chakra is being broken open in a new way. This is what's allowing you to feel things to a heightened degree, to feel a level of happiness and fulfillment that you've never felt in your life. And I'm getting that one of the byproducts of the way that your heart chakra is opening even more recently is this influx of passion and romance in your life. I'm just hearing watch out because you're going to be very magnetic when it comes to passion, romance, people wanting to date you or connect with you romantically. I'm hearing to wine and dine you. So it's like people wanting to treat you, wanting to bring passion and romance into your life. Maybe some of you are already calling that in, but for others of you, I feel like I could be speaking again to just like this massive shift happening in your energy. But once again, I'm getting this is happening because of how your heart has been opening more recently than it ever has been in the past. And that's making you like more receptive to these external forms of love and passion as well. But I'm also picking up that this energy you're walking around in has such a beautiful positive effect on the people and environments around you as well. That's kind of like where we saw that light flickering. And I said, it's almost like you have this really powerful impact on your environment. Maybe you've even noticed electricity or electronics acting strange in your presence. This is because I feel like the energy you're exuding is just so potent. It's so powerful at this time that it's literally causing lights to flicker, or it's causing electronics to go a little crazy. I sense you as like this supercharged, powerful being exuding this incredibly impactful kind of energy at this time. But again, I'm getting like the main source of that energy, the generator of that energy really does seem to be your heart space. And that's why so many of the messages recently have been about really staying connected to your heart. I got the letter initials T-O-R-Y or T-O-N-Y. So those could be in someone's name. Okay, so I got the name Alex for someone as well. Kimberly also. I got the letter initials R, U, and F. Those could be in someone's name. Okay, so let's go ahead and reshuffle the cards here. And I want to know what's going on for you right now in love, because that's coming up really strongly in the reading. There's some kind of new beginning, and I'm hearing it's so early in the stages, you might not even fully know that this is starting yet. This feels like a stage where a seed has been planted and it's beginning to take root and you're feeling it. It's like you're feeling something new beginning to grow, but you don't yet fully have that physical evidence of it. And there might be a part of you at times that doubts it or wonders like, is this really growing? Can I really trust this? I do feel that for some of you, this could be, I'm hearing rooted in self-love. So maybe whatever new beginning is happening in love, I feel the true root of this new beginning is your own self-love and how you've really deepened that connection to your inner self. But what I'm getting is somehow that's building something new in your love life that may not be fully visible yet, but it's something that you can really feel. And it feels like something that's very calming. I'm hearing very aligned with you and has a very solid foundation, but also supports you and the foundation that you've already built for yourself. Because the feeling I get is that you are really building your life to order here. I'm hearing there's so much I want to say. You are in such a beautiful energy right now. There's so many things I could say about this, but I feel like you've built a life, or you're going to be building a life that is just custom made for you. And there may be a lot of people who don't understand why you operate in the way that you operate, why you do the things that you do, I just feel like you have this unique way of existing, or this unique way of structuring your time, your life, your day, building like an environment or a life around you that really matches your unique core nature, but might look very different than people are accustomed to. And I just feel this beautiful message coming through of how you've been building a life that truly reflects the core nature of your soul beneath, I should say, all of the layers and levels of programming that most people walk around with thinking that is really them. What I'm getting is you've peeled back all of those layers. You've gone through the ego death. You've gone through the awakening. You've gotten to the core of who you really are. And I feel like a lot of that process was very chaotic. It may have been very destructive. It may have been very confusing, even dark for you. But once you got to the center of who you are, once you really got down to the core of yourself, I'm hearing it's like you've been there for a while, and it may have felt like a void where you really felt like your authentic self. You felt like you knew who you were, but your life wasn't really fully reflecting that yet. But now what I'm getting is we're shifting phases. And what's happening here is that core essence that you've been holding on to, that you have really locked in, that you've discovered within yourself, it's now beginning to rebuild on the ashes. You may have had to burn down a lot of your life, a lot of parts of yourself. You may have stripped back so many identities, layers, pieces of yourself that at some point you wondered, what of me is left? But what I'm finding here in this reading is something is being rebuilt on the ashes, and it's something beautiful. It's something I just keep getting, like, you are building on the ashes this expression of yourself physically, this life around you, this environment, this lifestyle around you that is custom made for your soul, for who you really are on a soul level. And I feel everything in your physical life is or will soon be reflecting that core soul essence within yourself. Again, for some of you, I feel you're already finding this, like you're beginning to attract in people, things, opportunities, conversations, ideas that are really aligned with who you are on that core level, that move you forward into creating or doing these physical things, where it's like you're in the middle of situations that suddenly represent to you everything you've always felt yourself to be on that deeper soul level. For others of you, if this isn't happening yet, know that you found this message because it's meant to be predicting that this is something on its way to you. This is something on your path because you had the courage to peel back all of those layers, because you had the courage to awaken in a world where most people are still asleep. So what else is going on in the collective's love life? Although I keep trying to veer it towards love messages, and then we keep getting all of these beautiful side messages about what's happening in your life. Okay. Man holding a coin upright. I'm feeling, whether this is a man or a woman, the gender is irrelevant here, but I'm definitely feeling a very strong, focused energy in your love life. This seems to be a person who's, I'm hearing they can't keep their eyes off you, either literally or symbolically. This is someone who is incredibly drawn to you, very fixated on you in a positive way. And I'm hearing this is someone who wants to protect you, provide for you, and support you in very real material ways. And I'm also hearing this is a person who has the resources to actually do this, because I feel that for many of you, you've come up against a lot of people who have made you false promises, who may have acted as though they were going to care for you or protect you or provide something in your life, provide some kind of support, but those things would seem to fall through. And when I talk about this person having those resources, I don't just mean materially, although I feel they've been very focused on like building up themselves to the point where they feel stabilized. I'm hearing they feel ready. This is an energy that's ready for you. Just that word ready keeps coming out here. But this isn't just material resources. I'm talking emotionally as well. This person actually has the emotional bandwidth to sustain a connection with someone as beautifully emotionally connected as you. Because another message coming through here is sometimes you struggle to connect in love and you wonder, why is it that things seem to go awry in my love life, or I meet someone and we start to connect and then it falls through? Am I doing something wrong? The reason you struggle to connect with these individuals isn't because you don't have the ability to connect with them. It's because you have such a deep, intense, rich ability to emotionally connect that very few people can mirror back to you. So it's actually because many people are scared by a depth that they know they cannot mirror, that they sense within you. This is someone who is not afraid of your oceans. This is someone who wants to dive in, someone who is very ready. Now, for some of you, this could be someone from your past coming back in. But for many of you, I am getting this is someone you've either met or connected with or sensed recently, or someone who's coming in futuristically. I'm hearing this is the love you've been holding out for. I know this is like so strange for this to be popping up suddenly in this reading, but I feel for many of you, it's like this is the love that you always held out hope for. Like this is the thing that you always told yourself, maybe for some of you, you've not wanted to settle down in love and you've had people trying to encourage you to settle, but you've always felt like, I know I'm going to meet this person who connects with me at all levels and layers. And so you didn't allow yourself to settle. I feel like this is the reason you couldn't settle. Now, I know for some of you, maybe this doesn't apply in love. Maybe this is an opportunity coming in that is really going to support your dreams, is really going to provide for you, is really going to support the positive foundation that you've already built internally within yourself. But for most of you, I'm getting this is in the form of a person. So let's see what else I can channel from this man holding a coin energy. Although again, it doesn't have to be a man, but this person who's very much positively focused on you, very much, I just keep hearing they're ready for your energy, and you can sense it because you feel at ease around this person. You feel comfortable around them. And I feel like this is going to help you make sense of all of those times in your life where someone couldn't give you what you really deserved or couldn't connect with you in that deeper way. I feel something about this connection is really going to surprise you. Maybe it's the way you meet this person or the way things progress. There seems to be some kind of surprise in store here, but I'm not getting much more information about that. Maybe you'll discover what that is for yourself, or maybe you already know. But with the receive card, I'm getting that this is training you more into being in your receptive energy, because this is a person who really wants to pour into you, wants to give to you. And I'm getting that one wound you're going to have to overcome is the feeling of, wow, I'm not used to receiving so much from another person. I'm not used to being the receiver. I feel like you're someone who's been the giver for a very long time, someone who gives a lot of your time, your energy, your emotion, maybe even material things to the people around you. But this is, I'm hearing the universe is giving back to you through this person or through this situation. Because again, for some of you, maybe it's not a person, but I feel that all of the energy, all of the love, everything you've ever put out into the universe, your guides want you to know it's never been lost. Even if at times you felt taken for granted, even if at times you felt like you were over giving or over self-sacrificing, and maybe it left you temporarily imbalanced at those times in your life, know that the universe keeps an account of everything. Nothing given is ever truly lost, even if it may seem to be lost on the specific person that you give it to in that moment. I'm hearing like the universe always holds an account. And you've been someone who's given so much to the people, to the things, to groups around you. I'm hearing much of your giving has gone unreciprocated. And it's also even happened in secret much of the time, where maybe no one even knew ways that you gave to people around you. And a lot of this giving, by the way, was purely energetic. The way you would give a smile, a compliment, a kind word, good energy to someone, the way you would wish other people well or wish the best for them, or just give them that kind of good energy. That may in fact be the most powerful form of giving of all. And I feel like you do that and have done that your whole life, all the time, even without realizing you're doing it. But what you need to know is none of that was ever lost. I'm hearing in the ledgers of the universe, if we're thinking of this like an accounting scenario. And so what's happening here is you are in your receptive era. By the way, if you really want to lock that in, type in the comments section, I am in my receptive era, because I feel like this is your time to receive. And there's going to be, or there already is, depending on the timing here, a person, thing, or opportunity that the universe is essentially using as an outlet to repay you for all the ways that you've always given so much of yourself, your light, your time, your energy to people and things around you. And so the main message is, when this comes in, don't doubt it, don't question it, don't doubt your worthiness of receiving it. Simply open your heart and allow yourself to receive. Now, for some of you, again, this may come through a specific romantic person who just really wants to shower you with love, with care, with gifts, with support, with affection. This could be a friend or a group of friends. This could be some kind of major opportunity in your life that seems to come completely out of nowhere, but is just totally aligned with your soul. However this comes in, I feel like this is something that you've been craving or wanting for a long time, and the universe is going to use this as an outlet to give back to you. And I keep getting the words easy and effortless, that the way you're going to receive through either this person or this outlet, it's going to feel almost too easy. That might be part of why you question it. Like, can it really be this easy to receive in love, or to receive, maybe it's something financial or something like in terms of your success. But I feel that it's not that you're just being handed something. It's that you've been putting a kind of energy out into the universe. You've been giving for so long. And so the reason it feels so easy to receive this now is because this is the universe actively finding this, I'm hearing a path of least resistance, finding this pathway to repay you for all of that energy that you may have thought was lost for such a long time. So, wow, that feels like one of the most beautiful messages I've had the privilege of channeling here. So thank you for co-creating that along with me. If you are liking this vibe, I will be continuing this reading to the extended. So again, the link to listen either on YouTube memberships or Patreon is in the pinned comment and description box. But otherwise, I'm going to close the reading here. I hope you received. The theme has been allowing yourself to receive. So I hope from this reading you received something that uplifted you in some way. And if so, I would love for you to subscribe to be part of the channel here on YouTube. And you can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself. Otherwise, I am sending you all huge amounts of love. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. And I will connect with you here again in the next reading.